Hello everyone, it's Samantha here of Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my little crafty corner of YouTube where I like to talk about cross stitch, knitting and quilting. And if you're new here, thank you so much for finding me. I hope you like what you see. And if you've been here for a while, welcome back. It's lovely to have you all here. And I haven't been here for a while. I've been pretty quiet on the channel front, I have to admit. So how about you grab a nice cup of whatever you like to drink, and how about you join me for a little bit of a chat. So there will be chat, there will be something to show, and there will be plans to share. So if you're ready, let's begin. Where do I start? So I'm going to do housekeeping. I'm going to talk about operations and health issues. So just to let you know, what I can do is I can hold this up when I've finished talking about them. If you don't want to hear that bit and you just want to skip on to what I'm going to show you and my ideas and who I've been watching and things like that, then that's fair enough. I totally understand. But if you fancy sticking around to listen to it, yeah. So when I've finished, I'll probably hold this up. I'll look like a bit of a weird person holding it, but it's the only thing I can think of. Or I could actually just hit myself in the head with my pattern. I could hold this up and just do that, so you know that I've finished talking about all the health stuff. Where to start? Right, well, as I have mentioned in previous videos, I have health issues. I have chronic illness, I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I have fibromyalgia, I also suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, which can be quite serious when it really flares up, and I have arthritis. So all of these things, and migraine attacks, just for a little bit of fun. So all of these things have kind of accumulated to annoying me, shall we say, over the last kind of year or so. And also last May, as you will remember, the anniversary is coming up next week, and it is the anniversary of having most of my pancreas removed, which I had to because I had a cyst found, and it needed to be taken out as quickly as possible, so I had most of my pancreas removed. So I've had the fun of trying to figure out what foods I can and can't eat, how much I can and can't eat. I'm kind of getting there. It's a slow process because yeah, I found out today that cheese is now potentially off the menu, which is quite upsetting because I love my cheese. I don't eat a huge amount, but what I do eat apparently is too much. So I went to see my consultant and he's quite happy, and the niggling annoyances that I'm getting is literally due to the after of the operation. So that's all sorted, done, dusted. There's nothing more for that. It's all been investigated and sorted out. And so, like I said, the anniversary of that is coming up because it was either May 21st or May 23rd. I forgot the actual date. It's one of those two dates. That's coming up next week. When it's 21st, I'm sure it was. So that anniversary of that operation is coming up, which actually is quite a big one because had it been left, it could have become something quite serious. And as for having EDS and fibromyalgia and arthritis, the cold weather didn't kind of help. I love autumn, as you know, and winter. I mean, my channel is named after my favourite season of the year. It hates me, but I love it. And unfortunately most of the pain happens because of the cold weather. The fatigue, the high pain. Obviously I do get high pain and high fatigue for other reasons, not just seasonally. It's literally most, if not all the time. In fact, unfortunately, due to a mishap with my shoes breaking a couple of weeks ago, I had to walk around without my insoles in, which then my joints decided they absolutely hate me. And I have spent the last 2 weeks trying to get back into, because I got some new shoes, walking with my insoles again, which you think would be simple and easy, but it's not. It's still causing pain. but for a few more days, hopefully. Touch wood. But yeah, my arthritis flares up, whether it's hot, cold, damp, whatever. So I've been having quite a lot of issues with my hands and things. And also, as I said, my fibromyalgia likes to flare up for fun, and the EDS causes lots of joint pain and fatigue anyway, which has been quite bad for the last few weeks. It's also spurred on by stress. And as I may have mentioned, I have a damp and mold problem in my house. However, that is starting to get sorted. We are on the right path to sort that out. And we are still working on my daughter's bigger room, which once the damp problem is sorted, which hopefully will be in a few weeks to a couple of months, she will have a new room, which is good because we can save up for a new bed for her, we can save up for carpet in there, you know, get the right carpet for her, paint, decorate, all that sort of stuff. So yes, we're slowly actually getting there, which is helping to level out the stress somewhat, and yeah, which is good. And that's made me a lot happier. The stress of that is kind of diminished somewhat, so I am feeling better about that. So unfortunately, the pain and the high fatigue still there. It will always be there. It's never going to go away. It is getting worse, I have to admit. But I did buy myself finally a wheelchair. So I have a wheelchair that I go out in quite a lot. And I use it for when we visit pretty places, I shall say, like museums and galleries and old houses and things. So that part of my channel, I'm really looking forward to being able to report back for disabled access for certain places. There are some really good places for disabled access, like there's a house in Manchester, I have actually forgotten the name of it. I've visited it too, which has lift on all floors, and then there's Townley Hall, which is absolutely superb for disabled access. There's lifts to every floor. There's one floor you can't really access very well because there's steps leading up to a little, I think, chapel room. So yes, there you go. So that's something that I'm looking forward to reporting on in the future. And so health-wise, I am starting to kind of get the pain under control. I was given medication last month, which took me 3 weeks to kind of get over and sort myself out with, because it made me really ill. It made my IBS so much worse. I couldn't leave the house. It was awful. We had to cancel all plans. I spent days sleeping, and the side effects just weren't worth it. It kind of worked. It was kind of like a nerve pain medication, which is used for as an antidepressant as well, which I've tried my best to avoid all this time, but I was so desperate. But having a chat with my husband, he said the side effects aren't worth it, which they weren't, because I couldn't see an end to the side effects, to be honest. So we have in place things to help me remember to take pills and tablets and stuff. Alarms on my phone. I have a whiteboard that I write everything down, and also I have a severely bad memory, and I'm being sent for tests and things for that to see if it's anything that I need to kind of think and worry about, or if it's just normal, or if it's just going to kind of always be there. So that's an interesting thing to come with. I keep forgetting to buy a notebook to write down what I forget, because I keep forgetting to buy the notebook. So yes, and also we are now getting into spring and summer. We are in spring, not getting into, but we are in spring and summer, so that brings allergies. Hooray. And I have really bad hay fever, and it started as soon as it kicked in with spring, and I've been taking antihistamine, which is great because my daughter also has hay fever, and we take the same antihistamine, which is helpful. So yeah, it's been an interesting year. It's been an annoying year, because the pain and the fatigue and everything's it's really kicked my butt, I have to admit. And I did think at one point of just forgetting that I even had a channel, just kind of either putting it on private or just deleting everything. But I thought, no, I need the distraction that crafts brings me. Sorry, that reminds me, for those of who are fast forwarding past. So yeah, I need the distraction that quilting and cross stitch. Did I mention quilting at the beginning? I don't think I did. But yeah, I like to talk about quilting as well if I've missed that out. I love quilting. I have no idea what I'm doing. But this year I have ideas for that. So yeah, basically I need the distraction that sewing and cross stitch and knitting gives me. And I thought I really need to keep my channel going because it's fun. I like making videos, and now I have a better editing software which is free. It's been brilliant. And I mentioned my other channel at the beginning of this video. The reason why I've been spending so much time on my booktube channel is literally because I've not been able to do any crafting. I've not had the energy or anything like that. I've been slowly buying things to be able to do crafting with, and to do crafting projects, but they're all kind of all piled up and sat there. So yeah, I'm getting there. And also, because I don't have anywhere like my own room yet to do it in, because I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of fabrics, a lot of wool. I have about maybe 80 to 92 balls, maybe. I had nearly 100 balls, and I destashed 10 of the balls of wool to my daughter's school because they were starting up a crochet club, which I thought was really cool. And also I sent a load of fabrics there and stuff for their sewing club, because they also have a sewing club at my daughter's school as well. My husband always says that I'm like really distracted when I do painting and drawing stuff, which is great. But sometimes I just don't want to get into a mess, and I don't want to clean up a load of mess. So I will sit and cross stitch and stuff, and I've just fallen back in love with cross stitch. And so my other channel is a booktube channel. It is solely to do with books and art. I am starting some interesting art quilt projects, but that I want to keep specifically on that channel because it's art quilts. On this channel is specifically quilting. So I've got my daughter's quilt to finish. I've got a quilt pattern I'm working on that I got off Etsy, which I have shared a few times, and I'll put the picture around here somewhere. So I still need to get on with that, and I forgot where I've put it actually. I've got boxes over there with a lunar lapin in. My friend, my lovely friend Claire, about I'd say 3 years ago, maybe 4, got me the entire kit. She created a kit. She cut everything out for me. All I have to do is sew it all together. I have the book and everything. I am obsessed with lunar lapin, but I haven't actually created said lunar lapin yet. So I need to do that. That is on my list of things to do this year, which we are nearly halfway through. Also, it's halfway to Halloween. Did you know that? In the spooky, goth, horror, just general lovers of Halloween community, it is halfway to Halloween. And I was going to do all this decorating for it. I was going to make the bunting and everything, or just kind of buy the bunting and stick it all together and put it up. But I just didn't have the energy. And for me, it's always autumn, so I'm always working on some kind of warm, cozy projects anyway. I'm still working on the quilt that I showed you. In fact, I will go and get it if you give me a minute. I could pause the video, but it'll rock. Just give me a tick, because it's just over there. Excuse the noises and stuff. Oh. My knees are quite sore after the shoe debacle. But yes, I have been working on this sporadically. I will be honest, I have sporadically been working on it, and because of that, I'm actually you're going to rock anyway, because I'm going to move you back. I'm so sorry about this. I need to actually take photos and put them in properly. Have I got it the right way around? Yes, I have. So this is my EPP project, and I have done some more. It may not look it, but if you look at other videos where I shared it, there is more. I need to put some more blue around here, and some of this colour and this, which is like a mustardy colour, around this bit. I need to square it off, and then I need to obviously do the quilting bit. This is not a huge quilt, it's more of a lap sized quilt, I would say, and also because I might make it a bit bigger, we'll see. I'm not quite sure yet. I keep saying I'll finish it as a small quilt, but it might not be small. I have a habit of wanting to do more on it, so we'll see. So this is the woodland quilt, as I'm calling it, and I keep it in my gorgeous, gorgeous bag. I love this bag. And this I got off Northumberland Sample House on Etsy. If you can see it. It is I think this is a scissor fob. There you go. Oh, my arms are aching now. But I keep all of my fabric and stuff for this project, and I haven't actually got a huge amount of this fabric left, so I got it from Etsy again, so I can put in another order to get some more fabric, because this is literally all I have left for the quilt, which is why I keep saying it's not going to be very big. But if not me, I'll probably order another maybe fat quarter of the fabric and do some more. We'll see. I kind of want to do like really little ones to make a big one, but then I'm just getting fiddly, and it does not need to be that fiddly. But I like working on things that is nice and relaxing. So yeah. So this is, I also got this off Etsy, and I will put a link, or at least I'll put the shop name. I'm always I'm not very tech minded, but I'm always very wary that if you follow the link, and because I leave my open all the time, if people get to see it, I don't think they do. I think it's just paranoia on my part. Right, so yeah, that's what I'm currently working on. So I think I might show you what I've been buying and talk about who I've been watching as well. Because usually I have no script for this, which could be bad. And also I'm waiting for Amazon to deliver stuff, and I'm also waiting for my daughter to come home from school, which will be in about 40 minutes from now-ish. So yeah. And I thought it might be nice to talk about who I've been watching while I'm showing you stuff. So in this box, I have all of my fabric that I've been buying. Well, not all of it, maybe all of it. I have an Etsy and eBay addiction. Talking of eBay, that was a bit pointy, wasn't it? I have, having arthritis in my hands, I can't hold my hoop for too long. I've noticed that it's getting more painful, and the pain's lasting for a good day or so, which is not good. I have a Nerge one I'll show you in a minute, and I did have a floor stand, and I loved that floor stand, but unfortunately it got damaged in the spare room, and I couldn't clean it enough for it to be everyday use and things anymore. So very sadly I had to send it away to die, and I was very upset because I really did like that. I have found one that I would absolutely love, but I'm going to have to do some saving for that. But this one was very useful, so I've actually purchased the same one again. I've saved up and purchased it again because it is so very useful. And this one, it's an investment, and it can be used upstairs or down here. Unfortunately I can't use it with the bed I have now, so when we get a new bed at some point, I can use it. This is you're about to hear some crackliness now because it's all in bags, and if I spend a load of time trying to get it out of said bags, we're going to be here for ages and you're going to hear worse noises. So I got this off Etsy. I forgot the name of the shop, but I will put the name. Okay, Overdale Fabrics, apparently. I got them from Overdale Fabrics on Etsy, and they come in fat quarter bundle, and these are all floral and these are absolutely gorgeous. I'm thinking of making a squared quilt maybe with them. I got 2 packs. I got like an autumnal range because me in autumn, the colours are very autumnal. I love these, so I might actually make I want to do a quilt on the sewing machine because A, I've never done it, and B, I want to test out the little doohickey things that Kate of the Last Homely House uses to push things through, so you know things don't get clogged up and stuff. I know it's a bit of a sad reason to want to make a squared quilt or any quilt on the sewing machine, but that's the reasoning. Again, these are very autumnal in colour and I love these. These are gorgeous. Like I said, I got these off Etsy from Overdale Fabrics. They do have shops on Amazon, but I think I'm just going to move you back a bit. I'm sorry about the rocking. I'm not sure if you have to pay for postage. If I can't remember if postage was free on Etsy or you have to pay for postage on Amazon. I can't remember. I did get them off Etsy. I know I did. I got it at Christmas. This is stuff I've been accumulating since like Christmas. But yeah, that's some new fabrics that I have bought. I've got this gorgeous tin, which is an Emma Ball tin. I got this off Etsy from a shop I've bought from before. And I keep all of my cross stitch goodies in this so that I can go around the house and take it with me. So it's a sea coastal thingy theme. I keep my wonderful thread catcher, which I'm pretty sure I've shown before. Again, bought from Etsy. I've got 2 of these, and I got one for my daughter as well. And then I have bought. I do like bowing needles, but also I've really been enjoying using Whitecroft Heritage Premium, which I also got off Etsy. And I went shopping accidentally on the embroiderers website, the Royal School of oh, I forgot what it's called now. And I bought some beautiful snips, which are very sharp. So there's the snips. These are uber sharp. And I got them in yellow because I love yellow. And also I got myself a little, it's actually a little bit too small for me, but it does work. But I'm not used to it. It's a thimble. The thimble that I was using was silicone with metal on the end, but it started to split. So I thought maybe this would be better, and I think this is going to be better for when I'm quilting, because I'm alright when I'm quilting with this, but when I'm doing cross stitch, it's a bit of a nightmare. Royal School of Needlework, that's what they're called. The Royal School of Needlework. And I also bought their embroidery magazine, the textile art magazine embroidery, because in here somewhere, it doesn't say on the front, yes it does, Jessie Chorley was interviewed, and there's an article on Jessie Chorley. I love Jessie Chorley's slow stitch work. I have a book of hers. I might show it in a bit. I'd have to go and get it. It's just over there. Because I'm going to be using that for the art quilts, but I might work my way through the book as a slow stitch project. I've just sent a notification to join the slow stitch group on Facebook which is run by, I hope I get her name right, Yvonne Fuchs. I used to be a member of the group years ago. When I first spotted it, which was in lockdown, I was a member of the group, and I left for whatever reason, I think because I didn't have time or energy or anything, so I just kind of stopped slow stitching. I got very into cross stitch, and I ended up leaving the group, and I've sent a request to hopefully she'll let me rejoin, because I need to do things that will take me time and make me sit and rest more. Also, I also have a slight eBay addiction, and I went on eBay and I bought this beautiful, I thought it was smaller because I was after a small one to fit on a desk or table, a small sewing box. I bought this as a second because they said it had a crack in the tray. It's more of a blemish than an actual full-on crack. There are 2 of them, but hey ho, bargain for me. So this is the tray, and then inside I have my, oops, it's stuck, all things bright and beautiful cross stitch with a beautiful floss holder, thread holder, whatever you call it, from again from Northumberland Sample House. It's nothing to do with this pattern, but I just thought it worked beautifully. I'm not sure whose that is, the actual sampler that it's from, but I do love the Northumberland Sample House, and the lady who runs it, Anita, she's so lovely. She's absolutely lovely. And so I will show you these properly in a minute. Oh, I also have some of these for the woodland quilt. Also, I have something cool to show you. I'm going to have to do a video of this, but do you know what this might be? That sounded a bit rude and condescending. It's obviously a rollator. Now, I've had the hardest job of getting this blinking thing. This is an ergonomic rotary cutter. You can get them for left or right-handed, and as I'm right-handed, I got it for the right, and apparently you hold it like you're on a bike and you cut with it, and it comes with a guard. But this was a nightmare to buy. It really was. I ordered it originally from Amazon, and I excitedly waited for it to come, and then the day it was meant to come, I got a message saying, we're refunding you, we can't send you this. And then when I looked on Amazon, it was £10 more than it was when I ordered it. So I rang Amazon, so very sorry. Oh no, it was a couple of pounds more, sorry, not £10, a couple of pounds more than when I ordered it. So they said, if you order it, we'll refund you the difference. So because why should I buy it more expensive? And that means I'm spending more money that I didn't plan on spending. So they were very nice and said, you know, buy it and we'll refund you the extra few pounds like you spent on it. So I didn't, because I was in a sulk. I refused. And also because I didn't want to risk having to wait another month just for this to arrive. So then I bought another one, which was an ergonomic one, which I didn't like. It was good, but I didn't like it. And I know it's probably because it wasn't this one. It wasn't the super duper special one that I've been after for the last 2 years. And then when I went to get, because I did some cutting with it for something or other, for the quilt I'm making for my daughter and stuff. And it was blunt. So I went to get a replacement blade for that particular rollator. I got a rotary cutter, sorry. Rollator on the brain. It was £12 just for one blade. And I was like, that's really stupid. And I don't know why, but this popped up on eBay. And then I looked at it, and it was expensive, I'm not going to lie. But my husband said, if you want it, that's your early birthday present. If you need it, it's your early birthday present. So I do need it, and I need something because I get such pain in my hands and my wrists from using a rotary cutter, and I need a rotary cutter for quilting because it's so much easier than having to cut everything out with a pair of scissors. That he bought me this for my birthday as an early birthday present. It took 3 weeks to arrive. It said 4. It took 3. It comes with 10 replacement blades. So had I bought it from Amazon, I would have only had this one blade, and I would have had to source the blades from somewhere. Whereas I bought this from America through eBay, and it came with 10. I don't know where I put the blades. I think they are in... Yeah, they are. Excuse me for 1 minute. And I think I just knocked the table. Sorry. It comes with 10 replacement blades. So for the price of it, it actually worked out cheaper than buying one of these and then trying to get the replacement blades. So I did find this on another website for roughly the same price as Amazon, and I thought they were more trustworthy, but I ended up getting this off eBay, or my husband did, because it comes with 10 replacement blades, which I think is really cool. Also, I missed out on something. I missed out on something awesome. A few years back, my friend Claire went, look what Fiskars are putting out. And it was Moomin scissors. And I was gutted because they were all sold out. So I was on eBay again. And I found them for not a stupid amount of money. They were actually a lot cheaper than they should have been. Except with eBay, if you don't have a credit card, you're kind of stuffed. Because to prove you're of the age to buy a pair of scissors, they require a credit card. I put in my card, it's a debit card, I put it in 3 times. Each time it wouldn't take payment, and I was getting really annoyed. I was getting upset because I wanted these scissors. Because I didn't have a credit card to prove I was over the age of 18, even though I have a bank card and my Etsy account says I'm over 18 and I have other stuff. But no, unless you have a credit card. So I'm just warning you now. So I went on, I forgot where I got these from, so and so, I can't remember. I got these off that particular website. In fact, the shop I bought them from, I think, was actually trading through eBay. I'm not sure. So Crafty or So Creative, one of those types of names. And I got Moomin Papa. Oops. I got Moomin Papa because there was a lighthouse. I just fell in love with these ones, and these were the nicest ones. I want the Snufkin ones, which is the ones I was trying to order because I liked the yellow colour. But I ended up having to get to be honest, it was kind of, maybe I was supposed to get these because it matches the sewing box, the sewing thingy bob. So yes, they were the fun things that I have bought. And I got as an early birthday present, which is kind of cool. And I'm sorry, I keep shaking this because it's on one of those selfie sticks on a stool, and every time I put things on the stool it shakes. I'm really sorry. So yeah. And yeah, this is, where did I put them now? The threads that I wanted to show you, the flosses rather, go with this project. I've actually kitted it all up. Now I have a slight problem with this kit. Nothing bad. I excitedly rang the Patchwork Rabbit. I snagged the last piece of fabric for the size I needed. It's a Weeks Dye Works linen fabric, 20 count in cappuccino. It's beautiful. However, I found out I can't stitch on linen. I can stitch on Ada, I can stitch on Swigert, which is probably my sweet spot. I didn't think that, probably didn't even notice. I didn't check it was linen. I didn't check. I just saw the 20 count and cappuccino and thought, I'm getting it. And now I'm trying to sell this. I'm now trying to sell it because I don't need it. I can't stitch on it, and I can't send it back because I've already stitched on it. And I don't think they'll give me a refund for that. And I got the last piece as well, and I'm absolutely gutted I can't stitch on this. Ow, 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 ow. Right, so these threads, these flosses rather, are for this pattern. I have been obsessed with this pattern for years. I saw this originally on, I think it was probably the Country Stitchers, and my favourite hymn when I was in primary school was this one, which is All Creatures Great and Small. And in this is the what do you call it, the bit from the hymn. All things bright and beautiful, creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. And it's also for slightly childish reasons, because I got this, because if you look at the animals, look at the chickens, and then look at the horse, and again look at the cow. The chickens, these are chickens, are the same size as the cow and the horse, and that made me giggle. And also, I think you can put your own initials in this, and the date says 1852. So I think keeping the date, or maybe I won't, maybe I'll put the year in that I finished this year, well, when I finish it. I'm going to put mine, my husband's and my daughter's initials in this, because I'm only guessing, because Barbara Anna's full name is Barbara Anna Astre Mendez. So Barbara Anna Designs, that's her full name. And she's put, and it's got BAM in it. So I'm just wondering, does it actually, is that the original, or did she put her initials in? So yeah, this is the cold, all the called for colours, and I have made the floss drop keeper card thingies myself. I love making the floss keepers. So they're all taken from the actual sampler. I colour copied it, and then I stuck them onto they're like a luggage tag, or like a present tag. And yeah, and then I put this on it from the sampler, from Northumberland Sample House, because it's a great colour. It just goes with it. It's beautiful. And I know it's not the same as this one. I don't know if I can actually find anywhere on Etsy to get my own floss keepers made, or I can make them myself. I don't know. I can't use resin, and I don't know how you make them. So this kind of was the closest to it. And also for this is quite a big one. I have ordered the correct size fabric, but in Zweigert. Again, I got that off Etsy. And I've ordered a needle minder from Northumberland Sample House, which has, because I know there is somewhere, there is a deer on here. I hope there's a deer on here. There's a deer on here somewhere. And so I got that to go with this, because I know I'm not going to get the exact one I want. So, and I'm also going to buy or make myself a, what do you call it? A project bag to keep it in when it's not on the stand, because I don't want this to get ruined, obviously, and because I have been obsessing over wanting to stitch this for so long. Oh, also I forgot I had this, and then I remembered and printed it off. I nearly bought it again, but Song of Solomon, which I'm going to kit up at some point, because I've decided that, because the project I wanted to do was to stitch along with, oh, I forgot her name, Sharon, who is Stitch something or other. I forgot the name of her YouTube channel. She's an amazing stitcher. She's a monogamous stitcher as well. She is currently stitching the peacock, the badger and the fox. Oh, I forgot the name of the actual sampler. I'm in love with that sampler. I'm a bit obsessed about that. But I did ring a patchwork rabbit who sadly can't get it in just for one person, which I understand. So I want to monogamously stitch this, because once I get started on something, I can get quite obsessed, but I can, like most people probably would get a little bit bored working on the same thing all the time. So this is only small, and I'm thinking of doing like small little ones whilst I'm doing this big one. And yeah, and I'm working at the moment on Plum Street Sampler, Song of Solomon. No, that's the Marc Chagall painting I used for the floss drops. I made my own floss drop again, but it's Proverbs 31 sampler. However, I have come to a grinding halt because I'm stuck. I am absolutely loving this, and I can't find the front page. Typical. Here's the front page. So this is the sampler, but it's this S here. And because I'm still quite, in a way, new to cross stitch, plus I've not taken up any cross stitch for months and months and months, I can't work out what this is. Is it half? Is it quarter? So what I'm going to do is, I've just joined a cross stitch group. I'm going to take photos of this, and I'm going to ask, please, can someone tell me what I'm supposed to do? Because I'm stuck. Because if I can't finish this, I'm just going to DNF it and do something else. And I love this sampler. It's for a box, but I'm actually going to possibly either make it into a drum, which they say you can, or I'm going to frame it, which I would prefer to frame it, to be honest. I have no idea, because I have no idea how you make a drum. So this is gorgeous. Yeah. So that's what I was working on, and I came to a grinding halt. Now I have actually printed, photocopied All Creatures Great and Small, but I'm gonna have to reprint it, because this paper that I've printed on, it's like newsprint. It's very good for printing stuff to put in frames, which is that, but there's one up here somewhere. Yeah, for that I have for my book too. It's not very good if you need to handle it a lot, because it comes off on your fingers. If it comes off of my fingers when I'm stitching, I'm probably going to cry. Also, can I just tell you about this? I've tried loads of hand creams. I suffer from really dry hands, even in summer. I'm renowned for not drying my hands properly, which is very naughty. But this, I've been using this since I bought it, and it's great. It's non-greasy, it smells gorgeous. It's like £2.30 something from Sainsbury's. But it's Nivea soft, and it has vitamin E in it, and you can use it for face, body and hands. I have been using Aveeno. Aveeno is fantastic. But I thought I'd give this a try, because it's a smaller tube and I can take it everywhere with me. And so yeah, I didn't mention who I've been watching. I've been watching Gayna. I've been watching Tales from Cuckoo Land. She's had her Instagram account deleted. Don't know why. So she's got a new Instagram account, but you have to ask to join. So if you are a member of the if you've been watching her YouTube as long as I have, I've been watching it for years. I'm waiting for her to accept me. I had to send a message, because she's probably got loads of requests, and she's having, it sounds like she's having problems with trolls. And also I have been watching Stitching with Rachel, and I never get her name right, and I'm hoping I did. But she's so inspiring when it comes to quilting, and I bought this ages ago. I've shown this before, I'm sure I have. And it's a it's Lynette Anderson book, and I really wanted one of the fabrics, or fabric lines, because there is this quilt that I wanted to stitch. It is called the Farmyard in Fall quilt. Can I get it? Can I hack? I can if I can find a way to get it from America, but the places that I found, they don't post to the UK. So I'm going to have to find something similar, which is a shame because I got the book for that, but we'll see. But this is a beautiful book. So yeah, she's inspired me lately. I was looking at quilt that Rachel has quilted. Is it Queen's Walk? I looked on Pretty Fabrics and Trims, which I've bought a couple of their kits from, and I need to start them. And they are beautiful. And the quilt pattern is gorgeous. I'm thinking of saving up and buying that. But my next stitch alongside, because she's great and small, is the Whitby sampler from Hands Across the Sea. Because my first ever holiday with my then boyfriend, who's now my husband, was to Whitby. That was our very first holiday, and so I want to stitch that for our wedding anniversary in August. So I need to buy it and get a move on. And also for my daughter's room, I want to make cushions and a teepee, and she wants a library in her room, and she wants it pigeon themed. So I might actually see if I can find some pigeon themed fabrics. And I've also been watching, who else have I been watching? Stephanie Canada, because she always makes me giggle. The Stitchery, again, she always makes me giggle. All of these, to be honest, all of these people that I watch, they make me laugh. They really cheer me up. I have been watching Olivia of Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She does quilt tube and floss tube, which is really cool. MommaLovesYouGB. There's a guy I found literally this morning. His name is Cross Stitch in Cambria. It's kind of a play on the band Coheed in Cambria. He is a music fan. He is also a cross stitcher. His cross stitches are amazing. They're really cool, and he seems like a really cool guy as well. So I've been watching him. Lay Family Yarns as well. I just really love watching Kelly and what she gets up to. And also I watched Gayna cut her hair, and I think it's absolutely, it's fab, it's beautiful. I forgot to mention it when I actually watched the video. I have also been watching The Real Vintage Doll's House. Hannah is just, she's the sweetest, and she really puts herself through things from the 1940s. She did an exercise regime. She did what they would eat for like a week on rations, and she did really well, actually. I remember actually she lost some weight, which is not a surprise considering the amount that she had to, or she was allowed to eat. Who else have I been watching? A lot. Whoever I don't mention, I will still put in the box below. Bid Meets Food, because there's lots of food I can't eat, and I like watching Bid Meets Food's challenges. So yeah. And also Sam Walks a lot. I love watching Sam Walks a lot. I love history and I love walking, and I can't get out and walk much, so I love watching her videos, and they're always so interesting and inspiring. They make me want to get out, but I just am not able to, especially at the moment. Pink Cut Sew as well, and she's been responsible for my quilt book buying. So I bought Nicholas Ball's Inspiring Improv because she did a quilt of fishes, which was absolutely fantastic, and I'd like to have a go at improv quilting. And she got the pattern from this book. She did it differently, but I think the way she did it was probably easier, and I can't find it. I really should mark pages. It is in here, but yeah, I bought this. I got all these books secondhand mainly from eBay, a couple from Amazon before I fell out with Amazon. This is one that I got from Amazon. I love Tilda, and funny enough, so is it the Queen's? I'm sure it's the Queen's Walk, the quilt that Rachel made. She did it using the Hibernation line of fabric from Tilda, and I spotted that and I wanted that, and I just can't afford it right now. I'm going to save up for it because it's gorgeous. And yeah, I absolutely love this, and I said that I'd make my daughter a quilt, Now the quilt that I want to make her isn't from this book, but if I can find it quickly, because I'm aware of the time, it's kind of, it's not even similar, but it's got little girls on it and they're in blocks, and ow, I want to have a go at making the quilt, and I want to have a go at making it for her. I have to source the fabric, because obviously the fabric that was used for that quilt is Tilda's own fabric. I have found a shop on Etsy that has a very, very similar fabric line that she made, that Tilda has made the pattern in, the quilt in. However, it's not the same one, and it's not stupidly expensive. Actually, it's a lot cheaper than you'd normally pay for Tilda fabric. So I got this gorgeous Tilda book. So this is Quilts from Tilda's Studio. I couldn't resist that one. I treated myself to that one. Quilt Improv. I think Nikki of P.s may have mentioned this. This was an eBay buy, maybe. And that's typical. That's come off. So yeah, there's some beautiful quilts in this that I want to have a go at. So yeah. Also, at some point, I still want to have a go at making a quilt. I may have mentioned it, which is the Peterloo quilt. I have a book on the Peterloo massacre, happened in Manchester, and also I know exactly where I want to get the fabrics from. And I got this one. Now, I've seen her work. I've been following her work for years. She's exhibited at the Festival of Quilts in Birmingham, and it's a book by Sarah Hibbert. And she's just a art quilt genius. She's fantastic. So I bought these books because I'd like to do more quilting. So this year, my aim is to have a go at an improv quilt, and I also have 2 of Nikki of P.s booklets for improv houses. So I want to make an improv quilt if I can. Finish my daughter's quilt. I want to make her a book themed one, which I have a pattern for. Again, P.s is responsible for me buying that pattern from Etsy. I just need to get, I've got as you can see, I've got lots of fabric. I've got even more fabric upstairs, which I can just kind of go through. I want to stitch the Whitby sampler. Also, I want to stitch something that's May Queen related, because my daughter was it 2 years ago now? She was made May Queen, and she was fantastic, and she had a ball. And I want to sew her, to cross stitch something as a reminder of that. So that's what I want to do. So yeah, so my main aim this year is to finally start All Things Bright and Beautiful, to finish the quilts I've started, and to start another one because I'm me, and just generally to slow down and get back into slow stitch. And yeah, and if you want to have a nosy at my other channel, it is Samantha Sutherland Art and Books. I will put a link below. Like I said, it's booktube. It's all mainly about books. There is some stuff on art, but again, it's mainly about books. I'm at the moment reading Flowers for Algernon. I was thinking of maybe reading like textile or fabric related, like quilting or sewing related books for this channel. If that's something that sounds interesting, let me know in the comments below. If you're still here, thank you very much. It's been a long video. I'm hoping to start making videos every 2 weeks. That's what I really want to do, because I really want to get back into sewing. I really want to get back into stitching and cross stitching and things, and I really want to show my how I'm going on, sorry about that, with this. So yes, please stay tuned. Hopefully, like I said, every 2 weeks, because I've got another channel as well. I'm hoping that's going to be uploading videos at a different time, which I will go into when I finally make a video for that channel. but like I said, life got in the way, illness, pain, etc. So I've not really been up to making any videos at all. So yes, so spread the word if you want to. Let others know that I'm around. You might not have liked the video, you might not like any of the videos, that's fine. I might not be your cup of tea. Which reminds me, mine's sort of going cold because it's so hot today and it's a thick cup. It's still warmish. It's getting to that moment where it's going cold. So I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea before the chaos of my daughter explodes through the door, which is any second now. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much if you are still here. Please hopefully join me again. It'd be really lovely if you did. I will put names of all the places I buy things from in the box below, or anyone that I may have mentioned, as if I can remember as I'm going along, which as I'm editing this video I can write things down because my memory is shockingly bad. So yes, thank you for putting up with the silence. I hope to see you again very, very soon with a, oh, excuse me, with a start, because my fabric is due on Monday of next week, hopefully. The floor stand's coming next week, so as soon as it's here and as soon as it's up, I am going to start stitching. Also, can't think. This is what I was talking about, the nudge hoop. Anyway, I think I can hear them. But this is the nudge hoop I've got, which fits on the floor stand beautifully. The nudge hoop I really want, I'm going to be saving up for and getting next month, and I will show you that because I don't really want to mention it because it's expensive. But it's going to really, really help with my arthritis and stuff. That is for another video, that is for another time, and that is on eBay. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for spending all of this time with me. I am very sorry that it's such a long video. The next video probably won't be as long, who knows, we'll see. Again, thank you so much, and I appreciate you all watching, I really do, and hopefully we can grow my teeny little channel. That would be really lovely. If I can get to say 200 by Christmas, I might do a giveaway of something Christmassy and stitchy type. Maybe give away a kit or a knitting thing, or I don't know, maybe if I can get sponsored by Hobbycraft. That would be fun. No, I'm kidding. If Hobbycraft sees this, I'm sorry, this came out as rude, but if they did want to, I love Hobbycraft. I just can't get out as much, although click and collect, spend ever so much, you can click and collect for free. I'm going now, I'm just rambling, I'm so sorry. I will see you all very soon. I will shut up, I keep saying that a lot. I'm repeating myself now. Again, thank you for spending this time with me. Yeah, so love to all, happy stitching, happy quilting, happy sewing, happy hand stitching, happy slow stitching, whatever your stitchery might be. Enjoy it in the sunshine or in your favourite chair with your little favourite person hanging up on the wall behind you. I forgot to introduce, this is as yet unnamed. I did give her a name and I forgot what it was. It might be Margaret. My daughter helped me name her. I think she's called Margaret. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I got her a long time ago. She did have wings and they fell off. And obviously my favourite, I've put my pumpkins back. Anyway, I'm going to shush because you're probably sick of me now. Again, happy stitching, you lovely lot. I will see you all very soon, hopefully in 2 weeks. Don't hold me to that, but I'll do my best. With some more goodies to show. So bye everyone, it's been lovely chatting with you. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Bye bye.